swag. I'm not going to be screaming like my brother. Speaking of, as you can see, it is just you have actual co-host today.
How's it feel?
How does it? Oh man,
it's weird. Sorry,
man.
for everybody knows. We've actually had to go in other directions.
Yep.
We've actually had to recast.
We had to recast, man. We're looking for a third.
There's always that one try to become a diva, and it was crazy. So we said he was our David Ruffin, and we know what happened to David Ruffin.
It's what happened. You say, and these are the Temptations. He ain't here no more, right?
Now we're just playing. Bakari's sick this week. We try to get some other ways to get the podcast rolling this week, but we figured this was probably one of our easiest ways.
Yeah.
To get everything rolling. But he will probably be back next week.
Hopefully.
Out here, hopefully, because again, he wasn't trying to come in my house. I wouldn't let him come to my house to get everybody here.
Man. My man, his voice sounded as deep as Barry White. That's how you know that boy's sick.
Well, that's how you know when I'm really tired. It's how Shaka's voice sounds right now. That's how I sound when I'm sick or really, really tired. I can't help it. It's just, man. You
don't want to put that trouble in it. Don't put that trouble in it.
I didn't realize how much. Also, when I got sick, how much like inflection that I have in my voice.
Oh, it's
based
crazy.
Off how like something excites me or when I'm talking about it, and then when I got sick, I'm like, I can't put that inflection in there. I was like,
none of that.
My voice is really deep naturally. I said, Lord, why'd you let it be this deep anyway? Because you don't know how to handle success.
You don't know how to handle that level of deep thought and deep voice. Guys, here with you just
AMR stuff. We be here.
ASMR.
Listen, we might be on that next out here.
Hey man, Anthony into that ASMR, man.
Listen, we be here. Look,
if you don't know what ASMR mean, it really sounds raunchy. Hey
it
man,
does.
What you into, bro?
Shaka told me about it. What y'all sick house watching over here? So y'all filthy.
Hey man, don't judge me, bro. Look it up before you start judging.
Hey, look, my computer exploded if I look that up.
It does sound like something that's going to give you West Nile virus on your laptop, but it's all good. See, hey man, don't be yucking nobody's yum. I learned that on another podcast.
Yucking nobody's what?
Don't yuck nobody's yum. Don't say ill to what somebody else deems. That's pretty good. I like it.
I mean, I get it. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Be open.
Speaking of that, we were just coming off of Thanksgiving. This is a week after Thanksgiving. The yuck versus yum, man. Shaka, what did y'all have at y'all Thanksgiving, brother?
All right, let me put my coffee down for this because this is about to be ridiculous.
Oh, Bakari, I got your story. Sorry, I'm gonna tell it.
Oh, tell it. So we if you listened to our podcast last week, we talked about some of our Thanksgiving traditions, right? We said what things do we do every year for Thanksgiving? Some of those things where we late.
Right.
Some of those things where we got to have the mac and cheese, the yams, the staples.
Have to.
You got to have it. Then I also said for Thanksgiving, we be doing too much. Boy, did my family come out in full effect for we doing too much, all right?
What y'all do?
Let me tell you. So you know how we discuss side chicks, right? Mm-hmm. When it comes to side chicks, it was an epic fail.
They didn't bring no sides?
Bruh, okay. The sides was there. Let me talk about the chicks, though.
Oh, Lord.
So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just say around 10 to 12 people, right? 10 to 12 people in my mama little house. We had 15 items of food.
Y'all wildin'.
15. Y'all wildin'. Count them without the dessert.
No dessert.
That's not counting dessert. We had 15 food items to distribute.
They listen to you though. That's how you know you got a voice in the family. They said Shaka's all about the side chicks this year. Yeah, let's bring us a bunch of sides.
No. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to keep it simple. I wanted, let's instead of turkey, let's do chicken. We can cut them in half. We can split them to all the kids and the adults, and we'd be all right. That way, we don't have a big turkey to put in the refrigerator.
Oh, I cut mine up.
I was trying to think ahead of the game. All right,
I felt that
we wasn't like that. You know why? Because somebody not gonna say his name, Bakari, who ain't here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we gonna talk about you since you can't defend yourself.
Yeah, we gonna really talk. Listen,
you better be up in that comment section.
Full of Bakari slander since he can't come here to defend himself. So next week when he come in, he can be like, "No, I'm starting."
Oh my God! So let me tell you, from a couple days before Thanksgiving, on the podcast, he had said, "You remember what he said? What he wanted on his all-star plate for his meat? What he say? I want oxtail.
Oxtail.
Give me the oxtail and the rice and peas." I said fugazi.
I said, "Bro, Thanksgiving, not."
Come on, man. As soon as he said that, I was like, "Oh, we already doing too much," because I knew that he was gonna go out and buy all these oxtails. And what happened? All his oxtails got eaten. You know how many Cornish hens I made?
First and foremost, are y'all had Cornish hens?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, because Cornish hens are cute and small, right?
Go ahead, pass one over here, player.
We might actually have another one left.
Go ahead, pass one over here.
We might listen. I made 8 Cornish hens, thinking that everybody split one in half. I was thinking I wasn't gonna have enough. You know how many I had left by the end of the dinner?
How many?
7.
Dang. so you upset Bakari came and showed you up on Thanksgiving.
Nah, it's not even that. Bakari made have you ever seen an oxtail?
Yes, I've seen them.
It's all right if you haven't. Well, they're about yay big. They're pretty small. He might have made 12 of them for 12 people there.
You made 12 oxtails.
12 oxtails. There was enough for everybody to get one oxtail, no kidding.
I'll knock your block off, Bakari.
Come on, man.
If you're gonna let me excite me about oxtail, you better come with it. Don't make it enough for everybody, or don't bring enough to tease me.
He made enough for everybody, and I think there was maybe 1 or 2 to take home, but he didn't even take those home. I think they got shipped to my mom's house. They stayed over there. But if I can go through everything. So Miss Kimberly and Adalzia came by. You remember Adalzia, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to young Adalzia. She graduated. Yeah, she lives somewhere on the other side of Virginia.
Yeah.
Somewhere out there living her best life. Go experience the world, all right? You got our full support. So it was her mother, CJ, and his girl came by, and their new baby.
Little baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and now they got 2 babies.
Got 2 kids.
Shout out to my cousin. We're going to dedicate one of these episodes to just solely talk about our cousins.
Oh,
cousin episode.
That might be next week's.
We should do that.
Cousins.
Put it down, all right? We're gonna go ahead and talk about all of our cousins, the joys, the fears, the laughs, all of that. So back to Thanksgiving. We had Kimberly bought over 2 dishes. In the group chat, it was originally stated that everybody's just gonna make one thing.
Right.
We were supposed to have no more than 5 items plus some chicken. But Bakari wanted to be extra and make oxtails and rice and pea. Rice and pea. His family also made cream corn. Thanks to Brittany.
I sound like Brittany made cream corn.
You know that's a Brittany thing. Come on.
You said his family also. That sound like Brittany.
Nah, they together. They always saying they're one. Let's see. So my family made I made the Cornish hens. LaShonda made banana pudding. And LaShonda's mother made broccoli casserole and marinated vegetables, which are hot fire. My mom had the yams. No, my sister had the yams. My mother made the mac and cheese and something. Either way, I don't know how we went from saying everybody make one thing and bring it over.
Everybody's trying to show everybody up.
I wasn't trying. I was just trying to feed the community.
Nah, this year, first of all, that sounds like refrigerators packed for the next week.
Very.
Look, you don't even want to look. You're low key. You don't even want to get nothing to drink when you look at all that aluminum foil and pans in there.
I'm giving the whole entire chicken to Domino.
Dang,
straight up.
Domino
said, "You got that many left? What am I gonna do with them?" Hey,
pass me wood though. Now we had turkey, ham. I won't go through the whole list, but we did not have no close to 15. My mom. No, everybody knew something was her. She she makes the greens and boy, them greens. I like beans. Greens.
Give me the green.
Lord, that's so good. But she makes a ghetto size. I say ghetto size. It's literally, you say one of those old school like giant stock pots full of greens. I'm like, Mom.
Yeah.
I think at this point she just likes making that much because now everybody loves her greens. They're amazing.
They are great.
But I said, Mom, you're gonna waste 90% of this. She said, y'all can have something. I said, even if everybody took 2 to go plates.
Yeah.
And then 8 on it, we still would not get nowhere near the end.
Deal.
I said, I don't love greens that much. But I think she's at this point, I think she's like making it and filling the pot up because you can only do it once a year.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But
we had
Thanksgiving this year at my house.
Oh, you had it over here?
Yeah.
Well, that explains why they over here. Okay.
Yeah. We had this over here this past year, which is also it was really good. A lot of friends, family came through. You know, like you said, dinner always being started late.
Always. How late were y'all?
Oh, we didn't eat until like 5:30. We had dinner for real. If you check my Snapchat, I'm literally at 5 something. I'm like, because at 5, like literally, I was in charge of cooking the turkey, ham. I made ribs.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm literally all my stuff is ready. And my mom was like, I'm just making the sides, yams, sweet, or making the sweet potatoes, mac. I said, all right, cool. She said, oh, so I got to make a cake. And that was at 5. I said, oh, no. I said, forget that raggedy cake.
Wow.
She said, my raggedy cake. I said, Mom, no, we do not want to wait another hour for no cake. I said, to be honest with you, nobody eats in this house eats desserts like that. Dessert is like your one slice optional. If you can see, Shaka, how many pies I got sitting on that table?
Oh, he got at least 3.5 to 4 pies over there
sitting on there, untouched. So let that cake will still be untouched. So low key, my mom had a small riff for a second. She said, I want to make them. I said, I don't care. I said, we're gonna eat. It's 5 o'clock. Then she went over to the house. This is what got me. She went over to the house to go get changed.
To go get changed?
Yeah. Why? Listen, people of color. My fellow African Americans, I'm talking. I don't know white families do this or Asians or whatever. I just know I can only speak for one family unit because I am that unit. Why do we get dressed and fresh to death to stand around in the kitchen? We ain't going nowhere. Now I understand if you plan on taking pictures, man. I think we should have probably done that earlier.
Yeah,
but there's no point in me getting put a polo and some jeans on to stand around in my own house. I wore sweats literally all day.
That's life.
Literally, I said, Mom, I've been cooking all day. I said, the last thing I'm trying to do is, I said, if we want to take a picture, I'll get drained. We'll go outside, take a picture, and come back in. But we didn't even do that. We just ate. And my aunt, she showed up at Lordline at 8:30.
8 p.m.?
Yes. I told her, I said, because she's supposed to be coming from Knoxville. Shout out, love you, Aunt D. But she's going to be she's late to everything. She called us at we called her at 2. Or actually at 1. Hey, where you at? She said, hey, I'm literally about to get on the road. We was laughing. We're like, she just got out of bed.
Yep.
I said, look, called her back again. I got about an hour left. I mean, she's actually putting her clothes on now.
Hey, brush. I can hear the toothbrush in the background.
Right. I hear your water running. So finally, when she did show up, low key, everybody almost walking out the door.
Oh God.
It was again I got sidetracked. But again, why do we get dressed up to sit in the house? I don't understand.
Because when our mothers get to that the later stages in life, they make food just for the picture.
Yes,
that's all they want to do.
Just for the aesthetic.
We got to make the cake just so we can take the picture of the cake.
Nobody wanted that
Nobody
cake.
Gonna touch that
Nobody
cake.
asked for this.
Nobody asked for the cake.
The stuff I told her, I said, the stuff I asked you to make, you're throwing a fit about, but the stuff that nobody want, you said I would make.
But it got to be in the background, baby. You got to get the picture to click.
Listen, I think this year it was sort of the transition of me, because again, I was getting older. Because we know I'm 31, right? Yeah. Shaka,
we 31.
That 30 piece. Are you 31?
I'm 31.
Hey,
man, we out here.
McCart's the youngest.
Yeah, he is.
So,
little baby.
We are now getting to that age, which is crazy because in our mind, we're like, bro, we just show up Thanksgiving.
Show up every year.
We're getting to that age where we should start contributing to Thanksgiving. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I was low key taking it back. I said, Mom, because she said, hey, listen, son, one day ain't gonna be here. Then what you gonna do? I said, we gonna quit Thanksgiving as a whole?
1,000%.
Like soul food, we ain't having no food.
1,000%.
We just quit Thanksgiving. But one of the things
that's crazy.
What else I was about to say, Lord help me. I don't know for that.
Please help me. Well, while you thinking about that, let me go back into one of my stories. So we had also made deviled eggs, right?
I still got deviled eggs. I don't even eat deviled eggs.
You don't even eat deviled eggs?
Deviled eggs, I'll say it for the record, it's trash.
It's all right. That's probably why I got stomach problems right now, man. I've been having some horrible gas. It's probably from them eggs. So I bought 24 eggs from the store, right? I said, we're going to have a lot of people at my mother's house. We're going to have to make all of these deviled eggs. So LaShonda actually made the first batch of 12. We took them over there. And then her and her mom went somewhere else. So I boiled the last 12 eggs just so I can take them to my mom's house and finish it. When I get to my mom's house, there is no space to set my food down anywhere.
Look,
that's how busy and that's how much food we had that I had to put my Cornish hens in the laundry room.
That's probably why nobody ate them, because nobody knew they were there.
Okay, so I made 8, right? So I had 4 in the kitchen. The other 4 sat in the laundry room. The 4 that got in the laundry, they never got seen.
Of course. I'm not looking in the laundry room for Cornish hens.
Those hens ended up like Woody from Toy Story. There was the forgotten.
Abandoned. Strange things are happening to me.
That's what they felt like. I'm low-key upset. So I honestly thought that we were going to be on CP time.
Oh, we was very on CP time.
So I had bought the hard-boiled eggs over to my mother's house, and I was like, don't worry, Shaka. You're going to have plenty of time to make those deviled eggs by the time you get there. When I pulled up, everybody waiting on me to eat. Oh. I said, so y'all don't want the rest of these eggs? I said, no, we don't want the rest of these eggs. Forget that.
So look, that's the reason you show up late on purpose, because when I was everybody's like, man, the dinner started at 5. First and foremost, if you might know me, they always say that I'm late, right? Yep. 95% of the time, I'm usually late on purpose because when I get there, I want the event or whatever we're trying to do already started.
That's it.
I don't want to help. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you're inviting me to a function or a cookout or anything, I'm not trying to help set up.
Listen, man, that's jacked up.
I'm not trying to help set up. So you say we meet at 3. All right, cool. I'll see you. And if I know my friends will, I say, all right, I'll see you at 4.
Come on,
like
man.
If I'm coming early, I'm coming to set up. If we meet, like I said, we're at 4, I'll be at 5.
I need you there early. You see, all of us in our friend group, ain't none of us real barbecuers.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We can barbecue, but we can't. If you asking who has a smoker, who's doing all this other stuff,
we ain't got all that. Especially if we using charcoal, I feel like that's a group effort.
Every time we cook out, that had to be a group effort.
Every time, I can't do that by myself.
That's what that teaches y'all.
Exactly. So I bet you 1,000% our father didn't know how to grill either. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it at that. Y'all gonna have to clear y'all's name until y'all prove otherwise.
Yeah,
y'all don't know how to grill. All right. So yeah. So when it comes to showing up, hey, show up early, bro.
I'm not trying.
I need you to help me set up this grill.
Well, also when you help set up, the downside when you have Thanksgiving at your house, bro, that cleanup, boy, make you want to fight. So it's funny. I had an attitude as I was putting all my stuff up.
Yeah.
And it was funny. I had literally prayed this last year. You know, for God does this crazy thing. I say crazy. He reminds you of what you said or what you prayed for, like months, years, or something ago. Last year, I was listening to, I think, a message or a sermon, and I was really praying over my family and whatever. I said, Lord, I want to be the house that people come to and we can hang out and enjoy. I said, Lord, specifically, I remember praying, I want to have Thanksgiving at my house. Now, mind you, I was trying to buy a house, so I thought necessarily I'd already bought my house.
My new house.
Right, I've got a new house. Yeah, everybody come to the big house. Right, to the big house. Wrong. Listen, right when I put that stuff away, I literally, I was like, I see, Lord, I see myself exactly where I'm standing, what I'm doing, saying, Lord, I want my family to have Thanksgiving and Christmases at my house. I said, why you come at me like this, Lord? I remember. You remember what you said? Yeah, I remember now.
God said, but you said.
That's what he said. I didn't tell you to pray for this. He said, that's what you came to me. So that's when I was like, all right, let me chill out. But we really did have a really good time, though.
Yo, that cleanup must have been crazy.
That's what you have children for.
No, you did not make Isaiah clean up.
Oh, I did.
Wow.
So shout out to all the parents. Listen.
Wow.
So to be fair, he's been off since Tuesday. Why do these kids get more PTO than me?
You're right.
That's crazy. These kids get there's a literal, if you look at the school calendar, there's not 1 month all the year that they go to school for a solid month.
Really?
They have some type of parent-teacher conference. They get out early. Some weird. There's not 1 month out of the whole school that they go for full 30 days.
What?
Not even February.
Ooh, dang.
And it's only 28.
When we were in school, I felt like we pulled 3 month bigs.
Bro, easy. Easy.
It was
an act of Congress, boy. They had to write legislation.
Wow.
I remember that time it snowed so bad.
Yeah.
And like everybody was, it started snowing at 10. We just knew we were gonna be out within the next hour.
Easy.
We couldn't see outside the school. Everybody get all hyped. Everybody get ready to line the buses up.
Let's go.
Then they announced at like 2 o'clock, talking about, no, we're not letting nobody out. Bro, we had so many kids had so many accidents trying to get home. Parents calling and was snapping like, bro, why don't y'all let them out of school?
Let my kids out.
Now I think now that the school's too sensitive, now they look, the weather's too hot, the kids can't go to school. Weather's too cold, they can't go to school. The weather's too cold. Look, this here's the weather's too cold. Not that it's snowing. Not if it's snowing physically, they don't go to the school.
Do you know why they got out Tuesday?
Oh,
because they wanted to clean.
Oh no, they said too many people had the flu. ... So we're gonna go ahead and have it. Listen, I ain't gonna front. If I'm a teacher, I listen, teachers. We love and respect you.
Absolutely.
I
respect your gangster.
I truly am praying for all teachers across this great country, across this great world. And if I'm many of them, I'm like, shoo, I can use the extra day. However, us working parents said, hey
man, hey,
what's going on? But no, so I made Isaiah on his day off. I gave him 1 full day. He didn't have to do nothing in the house because he's old enough to stay in the house by himself.
Yeah.
So then the other days, I made a list, establish what I need done, and it better be done to those expectations. If not, we're about to have a fist fight.
You see that? You are slowly developing into your mother.
100%. It makes me angry sometimes. I catch myself doing certain things or saying something, and I instantly hear my mom. I'm like, oh man. Look, I said, but you know what? But to be fair,
yeah.
Why in the world would I'm going to work all day?
All day.
I don't know what your parenting situation, what you like to do. if my kid and the parents before you say they didn't ask me born in this world, and they sure didn't. Nor did I listen. For my situation, I wasn't planning to have him either. So we surprised each other.
Hey, welcome to the world, son.
Here's where you're gonna stay. But I always tell them, listen, son. If you're gonna stay here rent free, you ain't contribute on nothing. What you can do your basic, keep your room and your stuff clean. And also, and I'm not saying I give him again, if he's off literally, from the time I go to work to the time I get back home, then you had literally 5 or 6 hours or more to get this stuff done. So it's like not like you have to finish it or whatever. So I let him work at his own pace to make sure he gets it done. If he wants to, sometimes I've seen him before. He'll go work on something, go work on something. Go sit and watch TV for a second, and then come back and attack it. Yeah. And the only thing is, I said, I don't care how you get it done, as long as you get it done to the expectations that I see.
That's it.
That's all I see.
We're not asking for too much. This is how I also know that you would be horrible as a roommate, or if you'd be horrible if you had a messy roommate. Oh, because I can see you in college.
Daniel Woods, I'm throwing straight names, was the dirtiest roommate I've ever had. One of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Now, mind you, to be fair, Daniel, me and Daniel, when we was in college, he was a year older than me, so he transferred into Emory when I was coming in. So I said, I don't want to room with a crazy stranger. Yeah. So we said, let's be roommates. But mind you, I didn't think, because I actually had been at Daniel's house before in high school, and his room. Listen,
you knew how we lived.
I knew it was crazy. I knew how we lived, but it didn't click to me how we would be living in the same place. There's no exaggeration. Daniel, I love you with all my heart. I know he's married with new family. Shout out to young Danny. Shout out Daniel. Danny Woods. Boy. And all the Woods boys out there. Matthew, Steven, everybody. But literally, one day I walked in my room. Daniel, now mind you, Daniel at the time had a girlfriend, so he always was never in the room. Wow. I basically had a single most of the year. That's
how we like it.
So I walk in one day, I'm like, bro, what is that smell? Like, listen. Now mind you, I even know I clean like my mom. I thought everybody cleans the same way. That's my first mistake. I thought everybody had to get up at Saturday at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning and scrub and clean. I thought that was. I thought everybody same, man. Right. So literally, I walk in the room my eyebrows got singed off. I said, "What is that smell?" Now my roommate dipped. All the time. So we had random dip bottles, spit bottles everywhere. After a while, you go nose blind, so you don't even smell it. But today, I said, "What's that smell?" I was like, you know what? I said, I made her the line in there saying, "I'm not cleaning his stuff."
We don't.
Excuse me. I'm not. I said I'm not his mama. I'm not cleaning this stuff. But finally, I said I'm gonna have to clean this because he ain't in here. He's just me.
That's true.
So I got the scrubbing and cleaning or whatever. So finally, I went on his side of the bed. I kid you not. I had a box of stuff. I just put the spit bottles and stuff in. After number 4, I just started. I was like, let me see how many I can get. Let me see how many I can get. I found no cap. 17 different spit bottles around. In or around or underneath his bed or his section. Now, I
bet you they're not even full.
No, it wasn't. None of them were full. It was. If you dip, please, for the sake of if you dip,
explain yourself.
Explain why you spit maybe if you literally 2 spits in one bottle, then go find a whole nother one. Now, I understand the logic of you. All right, my one I need to spit now. It's not near me. But why have 14 of them?
That's crazy.
Basically collecting. That's when he had all I did when he came in, which is crazy. The pettiness is I know how ignorant he was. Wow. He didn't realize. I mean, I let him sit on his bed. I put him in the box. I said, so when he finally came in, he said, "What's up, bro?" I said, I looked on his bed. I said, "Hey, bro, you don't get that?" He said, "What?" And he grabbed his spit bottle, talking to me. Yeah,
like nothing happened.
I said, "Oh my god, what's good?" I said, "You don't see all these bottles?" He said, "Yeah, where'd you get these from?" I said, "Under or around your bed." He said, "That's crazy." Well, I got to read her back. I said, "Oh my god, you know what? Don't worry about it."
Wild.
But yeah, Daddy, he's doing big things now.
And you know what? So you never heard the expression, "Don't room with your friends when you go to college."
110. Yep. Do not listen. do not room with your. Listen, I don't care how close you are. I don't care where we listen. Do not listen.
But we grew up as family.
All right,
living together is something different.
All right, I ain't gonna say 2 names, but I know 2 specifics that listen. We told this too. But listen, they about to get the blows. I told them from jump. I said y'all's personality already. Y'all gonna physically fight.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But hey, man, you live and you learn, right?
Right.
I can tell you. So. Me and Mark Wall were pretty good roommates because he was always super busy. I was busy. And the good thing about us is that we had a shared living room, but we didn't actually stay in the same room. Joe Camarada. Now, we vibe together. because we didn't come in the situation as best friends, and I kind of met him on campus, and he was extra chill, extra cool, and I knew we just melded together like Ebony and Irie. That's my boy. So, and us two big behind dudes literally shared a dorm room about the size of your living room.
Listen, this is I mean Daniels was.
You been in my room? Oh yeah, mad close. So me and Joe were always cool, but we had this one roommate, David. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and tell that story about the toaster strudel.
Oh,
my
I don't know how we got a room.
We gonna talk about you. It's all right. We're gonna get on to the serious topics later. So we in college. We ain't got no money. So when you make those grocery trips run,
those are
vital. All right,
critical.
So we were living in MSA, the married student apartments, and 4 men trying to share a refrigerator, trying to share food. There are foods that are on limits and there are foods that are off limits for your roommates to eat.
Facts.
You don't care if your roommates take 1 or 2 of something, as long as they just leave you something, right?
Right. Don't be disrespectful.
So let me tell you. So I went to the store. I feel like I haven't had a toaster strudel since this incident. And I really feel like I haven't. So I went to the store and I bought my favorite strawberry and cream cheese toaster strudels. Put a box of them in the freezer. I went to the library to go study, and I said, when I get back to that dorm room, you know what I'm gonna eat? A toaster strudel.
I'm about to give you one.
I said, I'm about to take
money
down.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's skipping back home
across the parking lot. Yo, I can't wait to eat me a toast. Ain't nothing nutritional about a toaster strudel.
But it is good for the soul.
You just eating it because it tastes good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking all the way back to my MSA apartment. I go to my freezer. I open it up. I don't see my box sitting in there. So I'm literally questioning myself, like maybe I didn't buy him.
Oh no! He said maybe I didn't buy him.
Maybe I could have swore I looked at my receipt. Okay, now it's in there.
Did I grab him from the
store?
I
open up the fridge. You got to do one of those double takes, like you open.
Yeah.
Where are my toaster strudel? So I'm looking around. There's I think Joe's in the apartment there. I know Mark and I think Thomas was in there. I said, hey guys, anybody know what happened to my toaster strudels? No, I ain't. Joe, you ain't none of my toast. Joe said, I ain't touching toaster strudels, bro. Ask Mark. Mark, you eat my toaster? No, I don't know what happened to your toaster strudels. I ain't even know that you went to the store. Thomas, did you? He don't eat nobody's food. So I checked the trash can. I open up that trash can lid, and all I see is a smashed box of toaster strudels.
So I smashed the whole box.
The whole box.
Not even like 1 or 2.
Bro, the whole bleeping box. And the insult to injury was to see the little cream packet sitting on top. Oh my
God. We about to throw boom.
So I'm looking around the whole apartment, fuming. And I said, yeah, guys, when y'all see David, y'all let him know I need to talk to him.
ASAP. I need to approach him ASAP.
Yeah, I need to know. I need to go.
Bro,
I need to
how
go see
you
about
smack a whole box?
The only thing in his defense is that he was on a cross country team, and I know that he's always hungry.
What that got to do with me eating my food, bro? I'm offended for you. What that got? I ain't got nothing to do with me. You passed by this whole campus. Notice I get triggered about all that. Listen, they ain't got nothing to do with me.
Bleepity bleeping.
Like if you had 1 or 2, I'd be annoyed. That, bro. Thank you.
If you would have had one, you can eat one, bro. If you would have asked,
first of all, you don't eat strudels in just one. Nobody eats a single strudel.
Listen,
you got to double up. But
I'm just eating one at a time. I want to savor the flavor. That's what I said.
How long it took you?
6. And you probably put them in a microwave 1 at a time. So that's a whole 35, 40-minute ordeal. You thinking about it? Hey, I know these ain't mine, but I'm gonna go ahead and
listen. I need these. He said I need these. It's like Jacob and Esau right here. Right. Shaka looking for you. He said what?
Yeah. So no, I think that's literally. I think Joe or somebody told David. He's like, hey man, Shaka's a little pissed that you ate his toaster strudels. So somehow I didn't even see David until I went out the apartment and I came back, checked the freezer, and the toaster strudels were replaced.
I bet they were.
He was like, hey, I didn't know they were yours. I'm just looking at David like, yeah, you saved your life on that one, brother. Somebody put out an APB on his life.
He said, hey, if you know what I know, Shaka about to come see about you, dog. Listen. What he not even know? But you smacked the whole box.
Was
this in one sitting?
It had to be. I wasn't going that long. I was not going that long. The whole.
You know how long you put this on?
I honestly thought, I was like, the only way he did this is that he ate them frozen. There's no way he eat it up.
He just ate
all
them
of these
frozen.
There's no way he ate all those toaster strudels that quick, man.
Oh,
I know his metabolism was going crazy.
I know. I remember. So my mom would keep like food. She'd give us drinks and Gatorades.
Yeah.
Like I had a mini fridge in my room because we had like a small common area.
Yeah.
But I would, people would always literally come to the room. Hey, let me get a Gatorade. Let me get a Powerade. Like just for one. I said, bro, y'all paid. I said, I thought mine one. Yeah. Because I never locked my door at that time. My dorm because mainly I live on the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
And if you came in my room, it's literally you had to live on that floor. I know me directly to know even where I stayed or where that stuff was. So this is where I drew the line. I said I had to basically have a sit down meeting with half these people, bro. I never forget. It was Cleo Cooper. Shout out Cleo. Young Coop. Man, I literally come in after it was after calf or something. So one day it's gonna be like 10 o'clock at night. And I'm shuffling back into my dorm. I think it's from study hall or something.
Yeah.
And I'm shuffling back in my dorm, and I go to flip on my light. Boy, I had his heart attack. Cleo, look, he said, "Oh snap!" He said, "Oh, I didn't know you was coming back." He was crashing out in the dark. He said, "I was just trying to give me some paper." I said, "Nick,
bro,
I wasn't saved then."
Look, hey man,
a lot of I said, "Bro, I know you didn't come in my dorm to come and grab a what?" I said, "All right." I got some of that. So I said, y'all got way too comfortable to feel like I said, I give you one. I'll give you one. But the fact you come in here, let me just go ahead and cop one. I'm thirsty. After you walk past the calf, the C store, all those other places.
All these places to buy food.
Right. And you say you want to come, oh, it's free in here. I said, oh no. I said, you right. I said, my fault. I'll let you feel like you too comfortable for that. Look, I had low-key people get mad at me for locking my own door.
Why he lock his door?
Bro, your door locked. I said, I know it's my room.
It is my room, right?
I was trying to get me. I said, I bet you was. Now it ain't no more. The store locked down. You ruined all of it.
You just lost one.
Facts.
You just lost one.
Oh, my goodness.
What the bum. See, this is why I don't know how we got here either. But hey, man, that's just the way the spirit was flowing.
Right. So triggered by when somebody eats your food and stuff out here.
Oh, and like you said, we not stingy people. Stingy to a certain level. Because me and Anthony always going to go way back to the one story we was in the mall.
Oh, my Mr. Krabs over here. Can I tell my story?
Hey, I'll tell your story real quick, bro.
So old school when the mall was open. Our mall had been shut down by this point. There was a Chinese restaurant in there.
Oh,
and you could get a whole giant. Everybody knows a whole box.
Everybody was on game,
right? For like $5 or $6.
Yep.
Now, I had 5. Again, I don't know how we might have been like 13, 14 at the time.
Mad young.
So,
mad young.
But I think what it was, I had $5, but because if you have $1, you go down to the cookie store, you get a large drink, and because you never bought an extra drink at the Chinese spot, you didn't tax it.
Yeah,
so I asked Shaka, I was $1 short. I got my drink, got my food. I was $1 short.
You got $1.
Look, I said, hey, Bakari, you got $1? He said, nah. And so I'm asking all my friend Kwame, like, Kwame was, you got $1? He said, nah, bro. I said, hey, Shaka. I knew Shaka said, hey, Shaka, let me get $1. For what?
For what, man?
I said, hey, bro, I'm $1 short. I said, can I get $1 for it? He said, oh, no, you ain't got no money. I said, he said, you can't eat it. I said, stop playing. Let me get $1. He said, look, Shaka is making me jump. Shaka low-key made me sign almost a contract of when, 100%. Where, what time to get his money back. Bro, he was low-key offended and hot that he had to give me $1. Oh. I didn't ask for 3 or 2 or 5. Yeah, I said, Shaka, I'm just literally, I'm $1 short, bro. My food board on ice cold. Even the man at the Chinese restaurant was like, bro, what are you doing?
Let him get $1.
I let him get $1.
I had $1. I just didn't want to give it up.
Mr. Krabs a penny pinching.
But see, okay, y'all gonna hear my side. So the problem was I didn't have a physical dollar. I had all this money on my debit card. So, and I was banking with not Wells Fargo, it was Bank of America. So if you wanted to take any money out of the ATM, you had to pay that little $2.50 processing fee. Let me tell you who was not about that $2.50 processing fee to take out $1. Now, I eventually gave him the $1 because I didn't want him to go hungry, all right? I didn't want you to be hungry. But I also didn't want to pay that $2.50. So you really owe me about another $2.50.
You really I really owe you $3.50. If you're low-key owe me $5. Like, I'm already what? Shaka's a payday. One of those payday credit places. You really, he's gonna charge you about 250% in interest.
Being real, you still owe me that money, all right? Granted, I don't have that Bank of America card no more, but I need my money on time.
I need my money on time.
What was your first bank account?
BB&T was my first. The only reason I went with them is because they had one on campus at when I was at Emory.
You got your first bank account when you was in college?
Probably. Or no, excuse me, not when I was in college. I was about to go into college. So it's like my senior
You didn't like have a entry bank account in high school?
No.
What?
First of all, listen, I might have a bit.
You should have had one in high school.
Small. Yeah, I think I had a small one. I think it might be BT. But I think, like I said, but it didn't come until later. Like when I worked, my mom was literally charging us like, all right, the cable bill, since y'all working now, you can pay on this cable bill, then the cable bill turned into cable, God. Plus going half on the electric.
Hey,
so literally, like when I say, like when it blew my mind. So again, I thought everybody had to contribute. That's when you live in the house.
Yeah.
I thought everybody was like that. But like, nah, your parents make you pay bills. I'm like, well, yeah, done everybody.
Yeah,
like,
nah, you don't.
Well, again, before I feel like I bash my mom.
Yeah.
However, there was a ton of us. We love you, mama. However. That's the way, but again, that's the way I feel like I had like a slower start of paying those things. But again, it helped. I mean, it did help me understand that, hey, life ain't free out here.
Playing the value of a dollar.
So whenever y'all talk, hey, we try to go, no, bro. Listen, hey, brother. Hey, brother, let's talk about this.
I'm holding this tight. Hold it tight
to your
chest. Nah, man, I remember when my mom first took us to Bank of America. It was over there in Volunteer Parkway.
Oh, you probably went to Wachovia out here.
I think it was Wachovia.
All
you 2000 babies know nothing about Wachovia.
We don't know what that is. Somebody brought a check into the day. I said, "Is this Wachovia?" I said, "This is a relic."
Yeah, keep this. Don't get rid of that. But yeah, I remember from Bank of America, they let you get the debit card with your face on it. It was like a little student card. And that it was old because I had braids in my car from high school.
My hair.
Chuck was out here rocking the braids back then. But so what time is it, man? How long has it been? I can't see.
It's been probably about 35 minutes.
About 35? Okay, so if you can zoom in on Anthony's head, you know that this man needs a haircut.
Hey.
And if you zoom in on my head, I'm wearing a hand-knitted beanie from one of my co-workers' family. I think her sister. Shout out to Suzanne. I think your sister is the one that made this for me. She actually made one for Zola, but I'm wearing this hat because I haven't shaved in like 4 or 5 days.
Got some stubblies, huh?
Boy, if I take this hat off, it's going to stick like Velcro.
Dang.
It's going to stick like Velcro, bro.
I actually heard it pull it off your hand.
Oh, it's going to sound just like it. So
we're about to get ready to wrap this up.
Yeah, Anthony got to get a haircut. I need to go home and shave.
And like I said, we went and said honor Bakari. We didn't try to go too long with the dialogue. R.I.P. Bakari.
R.I.P. man.
But speaking of Bakari, again, continue to donate and text and give. Or I say text give like it's at church. Text give.
Sunday
Bakari, you're right. Let's do a Sunday announcements out here. Bakari and his basketball team are still raising money until December 2nd. I believe.
Yes.
For their uniforms. I think we have raised so far $100. I'm talking to him $145.
Yo,
so shout out to you guys for helping with that.
You are
basically about $100 short. Please, whatever, $1, $5, $3, anything, everything counts.
Anything you get.
You'll see it below here. You'll see it is since the Cash App count. You'll see it at the bottom. You'll see it in the link. I don't know which link because we haven't finished editing at this particular time. So we'll see. All of these could be up. We'll place all the directions on there. We might just put the whole screen on it. But again, $5 to help this team get their uniforms and have a great season. Again, your name will also go into a raffle to possibly get the first ever Pops and Socks shirt. Or listen, we're working on some socks now. We ain't gonna tell nobody.
We ain't gonna give them too much. Just know that things are in process.
They are in process out here.
The train is on the tracks. It ain't moving yet, but the train is on the tracks.
It's on the tracks.
Come on now.
But again, thank you for tuning in with us for another episode.
Come on.
And my co-host out here. Again, Bakari has been recasted. We're still gonna help his team out. We might let him come back next week. We won't know.
We're gonna replace some like light skin out Viv out here.
Viv, that's what we'll play some Chance. Talk about this is
Bakari. Hey, Mark, well, what you doing next week?
Hey, Mark, Chance. Yeah, Mark.
Hey, yo, how does Deion Sanders usually leave all his meetings?
What do you say? Give me my theme music. Give me my theme music. We out.